Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a 2022 Kia Carnival SX in the color white. Let's take a look. Starting up underneath the hood, we have a 3.5-liter V6 engine automatic transmission. Gets up to 290 horsepower, 262 pound-foot of torque. Also have 3,500 pound towing capacity. Up front, we have your LED headlights and customary daytime running lights. Fog lights are down below. You'll also find these little round dots across the front bumper. Those are your front parking sensors. And on the front grille, you'll find this little tiny black spot. That's your front camera. As we move along to the side, we have the 19-inch black alloy wheels. Side mirrors have integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring. Underneath, you'll find a camera which contributes to the surround view camera effect. Then, moving back, all of the doors have these little black dots. We'll talk about that when we get to the other side. We have tinted windows all throughout your rear window spaces. Up top, there are silver roof rails. As you approach the back here, we will take a look at the Carnival badge on the left-hand side. And underneath your rear taillights, you'll find the little sensors across the bumper for the backup sensors. Underneath your logo is your backup camera. And then to open up your rear hatch space here, reach into this little space here. You'll find the bar. Give the button a press. Inside, of course, we have both a second and third row seating. Both of them are able to be laid down flat, such as seen on this side here. There is a diagram showing you how exactly to go about doing this. You can use both this little handle or the strap to lay it down and up. On either side, your rear third row passengers have access to their own charging ports, plenty of cup holder spaces, and there are built-in sunshades, which is this little tab. It rolls upwards and clips into these little hooks to keep the sun out of everyone's eyes. In the back here, we have little built-in storage spaces on the left-hand side, and then this large large stowaway space. So that means that these seats are able, much like this little diagram here, to be able to be folded backwards to lay down flat, giving you a huge storage space in the back here, or of course can be laid down such as this to have a deeper cargo space, or have them up for your rear passengers. On the right hand side, we have two different options for charging. And then to close up your space here, you can reach up to the handle on the right hand side. There's also controls for the electronic button. Next, let's take a look at the inside. So back to these little black dots. These are your hands-free locks and unlocks. You can also press this button on the rear doors to have it automatically slide open for you. Inside, you see your internal upholstery is black leatherette. It has a bit of texturing on the seats. And then on the sides are your controls for moving it back and forth and also adjusting the seat itself. There are also electronic controls on the insides of the seats for controlling your back and how far up the underneath support goes. On the right-hand side back here, you will find the built-in third zone air conditioning system. This way, everybody in the back is able to control their own temperatures. This can also be controlled from the front. We'll take a look at that in a minute. In the back, there's also a separate moonroof from the one in the front. This way, they can control their own light coming in and out. Then on the back of your front passenger as well as your front driver's seats, there are two different levels of front pockets. One is solid and then one is mesh. Back of the console is where you have your cup holder spaces as well as plenty of charger options, and there's a little cubby down below. Back of the seats, you'll also find little built-in charger spots. Then to close up your door, you have a couple different options. You can close it from the outside using the handle or the button. On the inside, of course, there is a handle that you can use to release. We also have the built-in sunshade back here. You can see the little tab rolls upwards to the hooks up top to keep the sun out, just like in the third row space. And then the third way to close your doors from the inside is a little button on the inside. Give that a press, and your door will automatically close up for you. Then in the front, again, automatic lock and unlock, so it's hands-free. So if you have your key on your person, you can just press this little button to lock and unlock. Inside here, we have the dual tone of the white and black, as well as the glossy and the metallic highlights. We have your power windows front and back, as well as your window lock, your side mirror controls, Up top, this allows you to fold the mirrors in flat with the body of your unit. And then right next to your handle is your memory seat settings, which of course means electronic seat adjustment, back, front, up, down, and your lumbar support. You have your hood release latch on the bottom left-hand side of your dash. You have your fuse accessibility, and then controls for the power doors. That way, if you are dropping someone off or picking someone up, you don't have to get in and out. Just press the button for the correlating side to open and close. You then have your power trunk release, and then the power door on-off. This way, you can make it so that people in the back have to use the outside handles to get in and out and can't just open and close all day long. On top of that, you have dash brightness, you have your lane keeping assistant and traction control. Hop up here and take a look at the steering wheel. Left-hand side here, controls for your radio, volume, and hands-free communication. On the right-hand side, you have controls for the dash display, and then everything for your cruise control. This includes sonar and lane keeping assistance. We then have this large screen that stretches across. You, of course, have the main dash display on the left-hand side right in front of the steering wheel. As it gets to the right-hand side, you have your main infotainment display. This is where you access much of the information about your daily driving experience. This is currently set on your setup button, so you have all of your settings, voice recognition, vehicle nav, display button, on and on. You also have built-in navigation with this unit. So simply press the map button, fully touch screen as well. You can go to navigation to put in more of your personal preferences. In radio, you're able to have your AM and FM volume on the left-hand side. And then overall audio media is AM, FM, and satellite radio. Full Bluetooth connectivity includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and an optional USB adapter. We also have the built-in sounds of nature to keep everybody calm. Then in the middle is your four-way seek track, and then all of your setup and tune scroll. Power push, your push start ignition on the left-hand side. Underneath is your climate control space. So we have the dual controls up front so that you and your front passenger can have your own unique temperature settings. So it is currently on sync, so they'll work in unison. You can turn that off and have everybody work independently, or you can control your rear climate as well. You have your defroster front and rear windshield here. Then underneath is where you have all of your charger options and USB port adapters. You'll also notice this little symbol. If you have followed us for a while now, you might notice that this little symbol is a wireless charging pad control, so it can be turned on and off again. It is for this little space right here, so you can put your phone here. It will never lose a charge, and you can still see what's happening. Then we have all of your cup holder spaces. Behind your gear shift is your driving modes, auto hold, and parking brakes. Then back from there is where you have controls for your heated leather seats. You then have your 3 variant levels for both heated and cooled front seats. You have blue for cool and orange for heat. Then you have your parking sensors controls, and this allows you to see your full surround view cameras. If you give that a press, your display will turn into that, so you can see what's going on, and you can also change where exactly you're looking from. Then just behind there is your other side for your heated and cooled seats, console space. Then on the right hand side we see that we have this textured metallic lining all across your dash space. Up overhead on your rearview mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots are for your garage door openers. Above that is where you have controls for your towing overhead lighting, controls for your moonroof, and controls for your side doors as well. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this 2022 Kia Carnival SX in the color white. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703, and remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.